You know, there's, they have some weird stuff these days, but it's funny. Have you been to the core and collected Astroneer? I have. Should I go get it? It's been a while since I've gone down to a core, though. I mean, I heard that if you collect Astroneer, it's actually better to research, like, you can research that instead of looking for, like, those big globby thingies. Are you supposed to research Astroneer, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, first things first, I wanted to build out the research center on Aatrox before I do anything else. Whether or not I have enough research materials is another thing completely. But I just wanted to build it out. I mean, technically, we don't even need it anymore. I mean, is that what people do? Like, once they've completed all the completed all the research things, like researched out everything, they just constantly keep researching because it's fun. Like, just to see how much research that you can collect. Not saying that we have a lot, but we just need to replenish our supplies of stuff. Building those RTGs really cut into our supplies. We have a lot of glass, though. Does that count? We were gonna make some... Yeah, we were gonna make some wind turbines. That's true. Yeah, that's true. The devs have been really active. I'm looking forward to building that paver. I don't know if you saw it in the Discord, but if you're in the Discord and you saw that, but it looked really nice. Like, I was asking for it when like I had talked about it a little bit and I had mentioned something like that. So I'm glad that they're gonna be doing that. I don't know if it was like an April Fool's thing though, but I think it's legit. Because there was somebody was like streaming it and posted a clip. That would be really nice. To automation and the jetpack. Yeah, I saw the jetpack too. It looks really good. I'll finally be able to like... So if you fall into a hole, it actually might be useful for you to just like as a safety measure when you're like digging down into like areas. It'll be a good way to like save yourself from death. Hopefully, if that's how that works. I'm not 100% sure that's the mechanic that they're going for. I didn't really look into it yet. God, we have so much dirt. We have so many random supplies. Oops. 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 Honestly, I don't really care too much about obituaries to see how they feel about jetpack. Whether it is a gas or if it's going to be energy or some sort of fuel. Yeah, I'm actually kind of looking forward to them bringing back weather. Although it's going to be a pain. But I'm hoping it's restricted to maybe certain planets like Aatrox. Because I know that Aatrox, I think, used to have like gas storms. So that like there are poisonous gas storms, so you would have to hide. Like, I didn't play in early access, but I saw somebody who did play, and so they were like, that was like a thing, right? Like, there used to be like, no, you're good, you're good. Oh, you're using speech to text? Oh, that's so interesting. No problem. I was like, obituaries. That would be, no, like, obituaries would be fun too if you died and then, like, it had a record of how many times you died, like, tombstones, like, laying everywhere. That'd actually be pretty funny. Like, here lies Kona. Died at this timestamp. Dude, that'd be incredibly depressing. Just, like, find my dead bodies everywhere. They're just, like, little tiny rocks or tombstones that mark my body. But my body is no longer there. Like, my stuff is gone. You'd have, like, tombstones, like, hanging up in the air. Dude, that'd be actually really funny. But yeah, my biggest thing, honestly, I don't really, like, anything that they come up with is okay. My biggest thing is that I want some quality of life stuff in this game. And I mentioned it before on a previous stream, but, like, there's 3 things that I want to make quality of life in this game a little bit better. One of which would be allowing this game to be full screen support, because currently the only options that I have are display mode windowed and window border or window full screen. I don't like either option. Window full screen is basically window borderless. I don't know any game that doesn't have just regular plain old full screen mode where it, like, restricts your mouse to the screen. Because that just seems really annoying. Because if you have windowed or windowed borderless, you basically, your mouse can fly off the screen and onto other parts of your computer. So if you have dual monitor setup, which I want to say maybe, like, these days maybe 40%, maybe 50% of people have who play on PC, they have dual monitors. So if your mouse literally, like, flies across, you can be clicking random stuff for no reason. So that's one thing. I want full screen mode. Would be great. Honestly, yeah, full screen mode is one. The next thing is, what did I say? Oh, like, multiplayer notifications. I know that they're currently still working on multiplayer, but I hope that they do put this in, like, some multiplayer, either, like, notifications when people, like, kind of like a text log. So, like, maybe in the corner you would have, like, a little log or whatever that tell you when people log into your game, like, who logs in, and, like, kind of, like, maybe, I don't know, just so that you know, or some sort of, like, notification. And if they have that text thing, that maybe, no, I mean, they don't have to do it now, but, like, this is what I would wish for them to do, just for quality of life. Yes, dedicated servers too, I would appreciate that, but on my list of things, notifications when people log into your server. So, like, whether or not it's, like, a little pop-up that comes up into your game that says, like, oh, somebody logged into your game. But, like, or, like, just text notifications on the bottom that just says, like, so-and-so logged into your game, kind of like Stardew Valley, you know, they have that little thing that, like, pops up and just, and then maybe, like, if it's text-based, you can maybe add, like, a text chat in your game so that people, so, because currently there's no voice chat in here. So if you are visiting other people in their servers, but, like, say you're not on Discord or using external, like, third-party, like, communication or whatnot, being able to text people and, like, in your whole world would be great, you know? And if it's, you know, text-based notifications, you can put that in there, just like, again, just like Stardew Valley does theirs. Doesn't have to be super robust or anything, or super extravagant. Then the last thing only applies to maybe about 10% of people, maybe even less than that. But when you're using dual monitors for playing, it doesn't affect every single dual monitor person who plays with 2 monitors, but this happens to me, and I know a few people who this affects. And so the problem is, this is not really a huge game-breaking bug, but for some reason, I don't know if this is tied into, like, display or whatnot, But for some reason, when I load up this game, it defaults to my secondary monitor and not to my main monitor. And so that, it gets really annoying because when I load up the game, I want it to load up on my main monitor. This is my main monitor. My computer recognizes it as a main monitor, and that's what it is. But for some reason, it defaults to my secondary monitor. And I've Googled this, and apparently it only happens to like maybe 10% of users. I don't know whether or not that's just because most people just have single monitor setups, which is the norm. Like, not that many people have. Not every single person in the world has 2 monitors to spare. And so it's kind of a small issue, but those are kind of like the 3 things that I wish that they would add to it. I think the biggest thing for me is maybe just the full screen. Like, that should be a thing already. I don't know why it's window. It's usually when people make like displays, it's usually windowed and full screen, right? Like, I mean, those are my biggest things just for quality of life. I don't really, like, they can add whatever they want in terms of, like, content. Like, content, they can figure that out. I'm sure that I will like any sort of, like, content that they put out. Like, I'm sure that they have their own timeline for that. But, for the most part, everybody else, like, everybody else has kind of, like, their wish list of things that they would like to see this game. But, like, I don't know about you, but, like, I don't know if you guys play any other games, but most games usually have a full, like, they have 3 modes for your display. Full screen, windowed, and windowed borderless. And usually sometimes it's just windowed and full screen. I don't know any games that have only just windowed and windowed borderless. Because it's just weird to me. Like, it's usually not like that. It's usually, there's always full screen mode. Because sometimes I have my mouse, like, literally, like, fly across. Like, I'm clicking Discord over here on my second monitor for some reason. Like, in the middle of it. When I'm trying to, like, turn my camera, I, like, swipe my mouse all the way across because I'm trying to flip my screen like this. Then my mouse somehow lands all the way over here. Like, I'm just like, what are you doing over there? Excuse me. And so it's just, I know it's kind of like obviously, most of these all of these problems are first world problems, because, you know, but it's just like, it's kind of a thing, you know? I would like it. Not that I'm asking for it to be #1 priority, it just, I mean, obviously I've lived this long, playing this way for this long, so, I mean, it's not a super big thing that I'm, like, really concerned about. It's, again, not game breaking, just something that I wish that they would have. But yeah, I am looking forward to the dedicated servers as well. I think that would be a very good thing. When they mean dedicated servers, though, I'm not really sure what they mean by that. Does that mean that is it kind of gonna be like Minecraft, where you, like, buy, like, a server or whatnot, and then you pay, like, month to month for that space? Or what? I don't understand. How does it work? Like, you pay for them to host your game? Or is it gonna be, like, free, where, like, where they host your server for you on their server, so that you don't have to host it via your own computer network? I'm not really sure what they mean by dedicated servers. Because I can see it kind of both ways. Like, is it gonna be like, where you can buy a server and then, like, host it? They're so dedicated. I really do need more stuff. Look at this. It's all empty. I haven't really looked into it, that's why. I think right now they're using cloud services with other companies, but they're gonna have their own servers. But what does that mean on our part? Like, from our end? Because that's what I'm not understanding. Will it run better for us? Or in general? We have so much dirt. Like, it's kind of nasty how much ceramic we have. Please don't ask me why we have so much ceramic. This is too much. But yeah, other than that, I don't really have any wishes for, like, content. Like, I like the paver. I mean, I could live without it, but, like, it's nice that they have it. So. I mean, we've lived without it already, but it's nice that they added some new stuff. That's what I like about this dev team, is that they constantly update. They have new stuff all the time. And they're constantly trying to improve the game. And I think it's a good thing. More people dedicated to a server, it will bog it down. So if they have more servers, it should make it run a lot smoother, especially in multiplayer games. Okay. Sounds good. I mean, that's all I really wanted to know. Like, if it runs smoother on dedicated servers for us. Oh, all guesswork here, probably 100% wrong. Okay, all speculation. I mean, I feel that. It's alright. I speculate a lot as well, so I completely understand. Like, I take everything with a grain of salt, so you're good. God, man. I mean, I've only been playing this game for a very short while as well. So not completely knowledgeable about everything, the inner workings of this game. Oh, we still have a lot of hydrogen too. What do we need to make a lot more of? See, we have some astronium, but last time we went down, we took out all the tethers. So in order for us to make it all the way back down, we're gonna have to replace the tethers. This space setup. Like, I know, like, everybody has their own, like, cool different setups and stuff like that. I've seen some really cool ones of people, like, putting their bases, like, in the middle of the air or on, like, cliffs and stuff, and they look really nice. I haven't quite gotten to that point yet. Put an extra canister of hydrazine here. Get back in. And then launch. But yeah. Yeah, we spent a lot of time on Calidor. Just because a lot of our stuff is here. I don't know where Harry is anymore. Oh wait, we have some organics here. That's good. I thought we didn't. Here, have some storages to fill this with dirt. I know I said I wasn't gonna dig anymore, but like, I feel like we need it. Boop, 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 boop. Yep. So yeah, our Calidor base is our digging base, our dirt farming base. Our Aatrox base is our research base / helium. GG. Right? Helium? Thank you, Wookie, Real Wookie Man, for the follow. Thank you, Wookie, I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. But yes, glad you liked the stream. Enough to follow. But yeah, so we've been, like, yeah, this is our, yes, dirt farming. So that's why we have the soil centrifuges here and everything. I love this base because of how practical it is. Like, if we could get this on like if we could get like a lot of people playing on here, we could honestly like make this base, like we could really just like optimize it. Just requires a lot of farm hands. One person to stay at the base, maybe 2 people to operate the rover with the crane. I mean, you could have 1 person operate the crane and drive the rover at the same time, but it's just, if you're optimizing, you gotta go for it. 2 people. 1 person driving, 1 person on the crane itself. And then you'd have one or two people. No, 1 person flying the shuttles. Since we have 2 shuttles. Have you joined the 24K club? What's the 24K club? I don't know what that is. Sounds interesting though. I feel like down here we have a lot of research items. Oh yeah, we were digging. Oh, all achievements completed. No, unfortunately we haven't yet. I haven't really looked into it yet. I've been just kind of chilling right now. I feel like I should. I had a thought that maybe I should do it. You know what? Gold suit. Yeah, I saw pictures of it. I just haven't done it myself yet. Kind of too lazy. Maybe next time we can do that. Probably next stream. If we have nothing to do, we can probably do that. Cause I think how many do I have right now? I have all the gateways. I have 49 out of 54. I think the last ones that I have to do are plant at least 1 of every type of seed. I don't really do too much planting, so that's probably why. Use terrain tool to harvest every type of raw material. Use research chamber to research something in another Astroneer's game. Oh, I have to go in somebody else's game, I guess. Achieve every achievement, and then there's one hidden one. I don't know what this hidden one is. Let me look for one more research item. Might as well. probably a bad idea to do without a canister. It's probably a bad idea to be walking around without an air canister. Ugh. Oh, it's probably all the gateways, huh? That means all of, like, the other nodes? Right? I'm gonna guess. Yeah, where did that thing go, man? Yep. Dang. Well, that might take me a while too. I'm sure it's not that difficult though. Just requires a lot of time. Found one. I need to install some lights or something. Like in these areas. I think that'd be pretty fun, right? You're not going to sleep? I will soon. How are you doing, girl? I will soon. In like maybe the stream ends in about 20 minutes anyway, so I'm just chilling right now. Just gathering some research items. How are you? How was your weekend? I didn't do too much this weekend. I just did some spring cleaning. Maybe not here, because my room is still a little bit of a mess. Not as much as before. My desk is a little bit neater. I know this side looks like a mess still, but trust me, it's a lot more organized back there than it used to be. Just woke up so late. Man. I did a little bit of spring cleaning, just because I needed to do it, so. Yeah, we did some, like, at least in my, like, living room and, like, kitchen and stuff, we did some cleaning in there. I still have to clean a little bit, like some other stuff, like my bathroom, and everything like that. And maybe just vacuum even in here. Then I'll be good. I'll be good to go. I need to tidy up a little bit in my room as well. But yeah, that's pretty much all I did this weekend. Just did some cleaning, just hanging out, so. I mean, all the other cleaning that I have to do is gonna take some time. Might take me still the entire day or so to do. I am a slow cleaner. I'm very thorough, but it takes me forever to clean. Just cause like, I like have to like make sure everything is completely organized. So it's always like the death of me. Like my need to be completely organized really gets me sometimes. Like if I'm gonna clean, I might as well make it really, really, really neat. But then that like slows me down so much. I really need to like adopt this like whole Marie Kondo like style of cleaning. Oh, oh, where's the farty boy? I hear him. Is it behind me? Sometimes it's like in the opposite direction. Pedantic. I think I'm gonna dig down here. So we're gonna use maybe this as a lever. Like, do you think that angle is steep enough? No, it's not steep enough. You think this is steep enough? I think that's good. I think that's good enough. Yeah, I think that's flat enough, right? You know what? I need the thing. I don't have my air canisters, so this is gonna be pretty rough. And also because I need my lights. It should actually be the opposite, actually. Hold on. If anything, this should be on here. This should be on here. Except it's never going to be powered on until I plug it in. That's the only problem I have. Oops. Whoa! Let there be light! I think if we can get down to the Calidor, closer to the Calidor center, so that maybe we can start digging for like Astronium down there, I think then we'll be at a good place. Cause I wanna farm Astronium like well. Like I wanna do it, I wanna make sure that we can get lots of it all the time. So that means we're just gonna have to build out like a tractor system. I don't want to do it can collect dirt. It's just that I don't want to bring my tractor down. It does collect. I just, because there's no handbrake, the crane, like I can bring the crane down. It's just that it'll keep sliding. That's the only problem. I want more control over it, like building this, like this pathway down. I usually use it when it's on a flat surface, just so that, because I used to do it like going down a pathway, but then it really just doesn't, it slides. So if I come across a cave, it'll just literally fall. Yeah, you need a second driver. So it's not ideal for one person to use the crane by myself. So I'm kind of just making the pathway. Once I go to a flat surface, I'll definitely change it so that I can use the crane, because I know the crane is a lot faster in digging and making dirt, but it's just the way that it is, I can't right now. Until I reach a flat surface, I'm gonna be using my own. And see, if I hit this, yeah. See? If I hit something like this, my whole entire rover will just fall. Yeah. No, I totally understand though. Like, I would have definitely, if I didn't have to worry about like falling and losing my rover into a giant hole, I would definitely do it. It's just not right now. Ah, oh god, it's so bright. When you turn it on, it like literally like blinds you for a second. It's so bright. Yeah, it like even on like a minor slope, your vehicle will just keep going. It's kind of annoying. Like, I wish there was like a handbrake, or like something where you can like, if you park it, it will remain still. Like, if you're out of the car, it will remain still. It won't slide. In terms of content, like adding content, I feel like that adjustment to the rovers should be a kind of a thing. Especially for the rovers, like it should have like a brake. I don't know if the tractor has that sort of brake system into it. But that would be nice. Oh look, we got some compound. I'm just trying to raise the ceiling up a little bit so I can see when we drive through it. Okay, let me see. How far down? I mean, it looks like we're hitting that at a really good angle. Right? Because this is already pretty steep from what I am gathering. Oops. I think in real life most machines that have 4 wheels have handbrakes. True! Oh god, it's so bright. Every time I turn it on, like I plug it in, it like blinds me with how bright it is. I'm also kind of making sure that the pathways are like wide enough so that I don't have to, wide and flat enough. Like every time we get to a new tier, I kind of want to make sure that we have enough area. I clear out enough area for the tractors to turn, or the rovers to turn around. Like that's ideally, I want to make sure that we don't lose any of them when we go excavating. I tried using the winch as like a It's too bad you can't connect the winch to just like the floor, because then you can use that as like maybe an anchor. Right? That would be nice. If you can connect the winch to the floor. Just like any ground piece. But I guess then you would have to be able to explain to the game that this is an anchor point. Oh god, I thought I was gonna die right there. Let's see. I don't know how much more I'll be able to do before my time is up, but I'm gonna clear most of this out. I hope we're digging at a steep enough angle where we actually make it like to lower biomes. I don't wanna go across like this again like we did last time, because that can get really annoying when you don't go steep enough and you just end up just piercing the top of the planet. I mean, we keep going every biome and then dropping some more, so I mean, I'm hoping that's enough. Okay, gonna move this again. Let there be light! Yeah, having lights, like work lights, like this is very useful. Because without it, I would just be like using my own flashlight on my helmet to try to figure out where I am. You would be like a real mole, right? Dig, 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 dig. I mean, we literally just carved through so much of this dirt right now. It's fantastic. We're about to fill these canisters as well. There we go. Carved right through it. Well, there's a work light that's down there. Might be able to commandeer that. I still think it's the most terrifying thing ever when your light turns off because you don't have enough power. It's still like one of the scariest things in this game. What that'll work like? Debris. Scary. Scary is when you're lost in a cave system. Yeah. That's why I tend not to like go too far away from like my tethers. Like if I'm in a cave, I try not to walk away from my tethers. Or like any sort of point of origin. Just because I'm like, I'm too scared. Okay, I think we could bring down the rover now. Although we have like this piece of like chunky right here that I might want to dig up or just bury like this. I'm just gonna bury it. Okay. I gotta make it flat. I like this level of flatness right here. I gotta make a flat enough surface and then I'll bring down the crane. God, the echoes in this game are fantastic. Actually, I might not even need it. You know what's more scary? What? Oh god, please don't. What's more scary? Do I want to know? I mean, we already have a level 3 drill mod, and this is like pretty tough to like go through. Like, look at this. Lost in a cave system while playing No Man's Sky in permadeath. Oh. That's rough. To make a flat enough surface for myself to bring the rover down, and then once I bring the rover down, I can let it do the hard work. I think that's flat, right? I can't tell. I mean, that's as flat as it's gonna get. Right? But many aspects turn into heavy matters in that mode. Yeesh. Yeah, that's why I couldn't really play No Man's Sky. It's like the more intense version of this game. Which I can respect. It just was a little bit too difficult for me. Wait. How else will you survive in space without resources? True. I'm trying to figure out what flat I like better. Because I don't think this is flat. I think this is curving back up. Oh god, what have I done? Chill! What the freak, man? It's making noise down there. God, that scared me to death. It's that piece that we, like, buried earlier. Where is it? Dude, that's... oh, it's right here. Yo, chill, man. When I buried you, I wanted you to be gone. What the freak? You're so loud. Go away. God dang, man. Just take all your debris and just go away. You're so loud. Scare the bejesus out of me. Yeah, it knew because I buried it. Alright, I think I'm gonna call it quits in a second after I fill in this hole. Alright. Dang, I was hoping like to get a flat surface. This flat surface. God dang. I think this is flat. Right here. There you go. I'd say that's pretty flat. Okay. Okay, next time when we come down here, we bring the crane down and we can make a bigger and wider path. Actually, before I do that, I kind of want to fill up these last canisters. Actually, you know what? Let me just finish up this down here. Actually, technically, you know what I could have done? I could have just built a tether. I just want to fill up these canisters and then I'll be done. Come on, almost there. There we go. That should be it, right? Hold on. Yep. That way we're done with this whole entire, this right here. All my canisters would be full. Perfect. I gotta make my way all the way back up. I think this one is the steepest one. Look at that, we're almost at like a 45-degree angle. Like eventually we want to be able to get like a bunch of like rovers connected, and that way when we mine stuff we'll have plenty. Right now we're just using the crane mobile to farm some dirt, because originally the original intent of this machine or this whole setup was to dirt farm and just use the crane to farm a lot of dirt, turn that dirt into gold basically. And then once we do that, then, you know, rinse and repeat.